All right, welcome to another episode of Keepers of the Gloom. I'm Kyle Tucker, 35, Chop. My guest today is
David McAdam, 30, Sassy Beans.
Sassy Beans. All right, Sassy Beans, where were you born?
So I was born actually in Northern Ireland,
Okay.
and then moved here to Wichita when I was 3 years old. So basically grew up here most of my life.
Okay, all right, in Wichita?
In Wichita.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. What do you do for work?
So I'm an accountant at Cargill,
Okay.
downtown.
Cool, nice. What's your home AO?
Probably would say now AO Hornet. I started at AO Sparta. Still try to go there from time to time, but probably Hornet is where I mainly work out at now.
Cool deal. What is your, we're about to go head over to cafeteria. What's your favorite go-to cafeteria drink?
Probably have to say hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate?
I'm not a big coffee guy, so
that's fine.
Hot chocolate's the trick, especially on a day like today.
Well, and you Irish, you guys like tea and stuff.
Tea,
right?
yeah, tea.
Okay.
I do drink a lot of tea at home.
Good drink of tea. Okay. All right. You've queued several workouts. I've lost count of how many. But what's your go-to exercise that you like to do?
Oh, yeah. Probably something with the coupons like man maker, overhead press. Just some good coupon work is great.
You're giving me PTSD to drive-throughs workout on Wednesday. He had a lot of man makers. What's the exercise that you dread doing the most?
Probably either burpees or bear crawl.
Burpees or bear crawl?
There's one workout I remember we did several hundred yards of bear crawl and up and down the football field several times. That was pretty tough.
Okay. I was there. Were you there for Pringles one?
Yes.
Around the track.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thought you were going with that. But all right. All right. Let's talk about your journey. How did you hear about F3?
I heard about it from you actually at church. Invited me several times and finally came out after a few months of being asked. Kind of wait until it got a little warmer and started May of 2022. So almost 2 years.
And you didn't have just me going at you. You had Pringles too, right? That
right.
was
Yes.
Trying to kind of nudge you as well.
Encouraged me to come out.
I appreciate the credit. But so, what did you think about it as Pringles and I are coming around you and being like, "Hey, you should come to this thing. It's called F3."
Yeah, probably the two things. One was how early it was on weekdays, and then on Saturdays it was 6:30. So I thought, okay, I can give that a try. I was a little nervous about, well, these guys must be studs out there, just and I hadn't really been working out hardly at all, and so a little nervous about that. But I finally worked up the courage to say, okay, I'll come and give it a try.
Okay.
And
so I had forgotten until I was walking to the car and you were telling them about your first beatdown. So tell people, oddly enough, we just did that this morning. That was kind of our workout today. But tell people what your first workout was.
So my first workout was a Murph prep. This is about 3 weeks before Memorial Day 2 years ago. And so we got there and Boss Hog was leading the workout. And I didn't know what to expect. So we go out there and ran I think we did a half mile on the track, and then we went over to the playground and did the reps of a Murph, and we did 5, 10, 15, and so by about the 10th round I was totally shot. But push-ups, most of the push-ups were on the knees, and I didn't quite splash per low, but I was close.
Yeah.
It was I was very tired after that first one.
Yeah. So did you, I can't remember if you did or not, but did you have any excuses that you gave us when we were trying to invite you out?
I think just probably how early it was, and that probably was the main one.
Okay.
But, just, that
was mine.
Need to make it happen. So,
okay. So, give some context. How long ago was that? How long have you been a part of F3?
So about a year and a half, almost, it'll be 2 years in May.
Okay, cool. Wow. Time flies. So how would you describe your F3 journey to people?
Yeah, I'd say, when I first joined, I thought the concept was really cool. Made a lot of, made some connections, but I wasn't still not as disciplined as I'd like to be in coming out. But for a stretch, I would come most every Saturday. Then I'd try to add a weekday, and life ebbs and flows. But it's really great to have the accountability and the just knowing that these guys are. I would push myself a lot more with a workout here than I would by myself at the gym.
Oh, absolutely. So, all right. How did you get your F3 name?
Yeah, so this is interesting. You know, the F3 naming process. If for those who've been able to be a part of that, it's quite interesting how you ask you about your life and different things. So I'm an accountant. So the back half of the name Beans comes from being a bean counter, and then the first half Sassy comes from my 4-year-old or almost 4-year-old daughter. She's got a very strong Type A personality and can be quite sassy to her mom and I. And so I happened to mention that. So somebody put the two together, and Sassy Beans was the name. So
that was we were struggling there that morning on the naming
and
Side Saddle. So shout out to Side Saddle. Asked, what's the thing that your daughter? You got any kids? Like, yeah, I got 2 kids. Okay, what's the thing that your daughter does that like just is the most annoying thing that she does? And you kind of reluctantly, well, she's getting a little sassy and having a little bit of an attitude, and it's just boom, there it was. That was awesome. We needed to use that question a little bit more. All right, so some highlights. What's been your favorite F3 moment in the year and a half you've been a part of F3?
Yeah, there's a lot to probably choose from. I think the Murph actually last year, so I'd been with F3 right about a year.
Yep.
And we did that down at the Phoenix downtown with a whole bunch of people. And I did it with the guys. I think I was like 47, 48 minutes. And so it was just exciting for me. I think when we had done it, maybe like the first time that I did it properly with the guys the year before, I'd been over an hour, and so just to see some improvement for myself and growth was exciting. So that'd probably be one of the favorites. The convergences are always really special too. I think the Newton AO Depot convergence last year was probably another highlight. The half pipe and Squishy Baby putting a lot of work into that and made that really memorable as well.
In good ways and in ways.
Up the hill.
Yeah. What health benefits have you seen so far?
Yeah, I think, increased energy and ability to focus, at work. Just like a lot of guys probably job as an accountant, be at a desk a lot. And so on the computer. So having been able to get out and do something different, move your body, gives you more energy, and then a little bit of weight loss, better health markers from when I go to the doctor, some improvement in that in the last year and a half as well.
Good.
So it's been really good that way.
So what about, have you noticed anything, I asked this question to Homecoming the other day, what about on the other side of the coin? What about the mental health? Have you noticed anything different there, like how things have improved?
Yeah, I think, like I mentioned with work, work can bring a fair amount of stress, right, just for any of us. And so physical activity and exercise increases blood flow, I think, to the brain. And so, we think about the brain and the mind, it's taking care of your brain physically, and then your mind mentally it all works together. And so physical health is really important for that. I think for me, I've seen a sharper increase in focus, reduction of stress. Yeah, those probably the main things.
Man, awesome. So what's been your most memorable, you can't say Murph on this one, what's been your most memorable beatdown and why?
Probably, let's see, actually thinking Boss Hog, this was maybe the first Christmas Eve, our first time, so this was be like a little over a year ago. We had there was a lot of snow on the ground, and I brought my younger brother with me, and he encouraged guys to bring their sons out, and that was just really fun. It was a little bit cold, but he kept us moving and doing a lot of workouts in the snow. That's just one that really comes to mind. It's good.
That video is on our YouTube page.
Yes, I think that was one of the first ones we did a big video for.
Yeah. All right, so you mentioned Boss Hog. I think he's probably one here, but who else? Whose cue is a guaranteed push? Is the question.
Yeah. So Boss Hog, Fonz would be another one, and Flinderson, I think. Those are 3 that come to mind.
Yeah.
Several others, but
the 2 Fs in Boss Hog. Yeah. Fonz and Flinderson. Okay, what keeps you coming back to F3?
Yeah, I think a big part of it is accountability and fellowship. Just knowing that you're going to do something hard together with a group of guys, under the circle of trust time to share about things going on in one's life. You don't really, as guys, sometimes you struggle to have outlets to do that, and so that's a big piece of being able to encourage someone else and to be encouraged and yourself as well. It's good.
Okay, so when I say we use that HIM term, high impact man, when I say high impact man for you, who comes to mind across F3 Wichita?
Yeah, there's several really great guys in this area. Probably one that comes to mind is Pringles, and I know Pringles personally through church, even long before F3. But just even a texting conversation we had the other day, he was talking about we were going to get together for lunch, and he talked about, hey, I've meeting with this other guy, and so just conversations we've had. He really has a big heart to reach out to people and do lunch, and that's a big thing with F3 is it's more than just the workouts, but how can you connect with other guys outside of that? So he's probably a big one. Flenderson is another one, and that really makes a big effort to reach out and connect outside of the workouts.
Yeah. So in a couple sentences, I'm trying to find a image that somebody sent me the other day because it was just perfect and I can't seem to find it. But they went into I think ChatGPT and they did an image of Pringles and it looks exactly like Pringles with the Pringles can on their face. I'll show it to you later. Sorry guys. Failed. The last question is in a few sentences, right? So you started at Sparta, you're here at Hornet, so the Hornet guys know you, Sparta guys know you, probably a good bit of the Fortress guys as well, but for the rest of the packs across the region, tell them and tell the people who are watching who maybe have never been to F3, why is F3 so special to you?
Yeah, I think F3, to summarize, it's really special to me because you got a group of guys who will encourage you, who will also challenge you to be the best version of yourself. Discipline in life is really important if you want good results in any area of life. And so for me, there's been a higher level of discipline with fitness and other areas of life by coming out and participating and making a commitment to be here. I want to hopefully increase that over time, but it's been a great journey here with F3, and I look forward to continuing this year.
Yeah, awesome. Well, they don't have the well, like you say with parents, right? You don't have favorites, but you do. But you're proud of kids. Your F3 son, I'm proud of. It's cool seeing you going in headlocking guys that I get thrown in on groups text saying you guys should come out and see it. So awesome. Thanks for doing this. This has been another episode of Keepers of the Gloom. To learn more, visit f3wichita.com.